Hello and welcome back to the channel. You might remember a little while ago I did a video, I think I called it the Schizophrenic Diesel or Schizophrenic Lima, which featured this brand new Lima Hobby line diesel shunter, which actually turned out to be a Jouef model that had been sort of tarted up by Lima or by somebody and re-released. This, having had a good long run now, runs really well. It's silent and it pulls well, doesn't even stutter on the points for some reason. So yeah, you might remember me doing a video on that. Anyway, whilst perusing around eBay the other day, I found another one. Another brand new boxed Lima Hobby line diesel engine. This one was £38, that's delivered, but it is brand new, still sealed, still got the seal on the end, and this is whatever that should say, can't even see it. So I'm interested to see whether this is actually branded Lima when we get it out, or is actually something else entirely that's been tarted up. So we better drag this one out of the box. And there you can see it. Packaging's all the same as the previous one, with a sort of generic bit of polystyrene and then this moulded plastic on the top to hold the logo in place. Looks like there's a few extras in there. We'll have a look at the end of the box, now we can see it. HL2100 diesel D445 in original livery, and I'm assuming this is an Italian livery. I think it is. Anyway, let's see what we got in here. So we've got a few extras, which are just vacuum pipes by the looks of it. Yeah, there's nothing else in there. I do like the way they put these bit of plastic round the locos. I mean, Rocco do this and other manufacturers, so you can just lift it out without having to dig your fingers in it. Let's see if there's any instructions. Nope, doesn't appear to be, which is unusual unless they're in here. Oh, they're in the bottom of the box. Let's see what it's got to say. It's going to have Hornby branding on it somewhere, isn't it? Let's find an English part. Let's just move the logo out of the way a bit. There it is. That's just safety tips. Don't give it to under 8s and don't eat it. That's all you need to know. Right. Is there anything about it here? Lima Hobby line and Jouef Junior line general. Lima Jouef. So I'm guessing then this is either going to be a Lima or a Jouef. Yeah, once again, has it got Hornby on it? Yeah, Hornby International. So another Hornby owned Lima. Let's have a look. Well, I like the shunter, the printing's really nice, really nicely done. Masking looks all good. The grills look relatively convincing. Doors are nicely defined. Anything inside? Just a big lump of white, whatever that is. Moulded wipers, but picked out, which is always nice. Distinct possibility of lights. Presumably this is where the vacuum pipes would push in. Could have lights. Oh, and one up top. This is pretty heavy, I've got to say. We'll stick it on the balance in a minute, but inside, is there anything? Could that be a very rough outline of some sort of seat? Looks more like a bath chair, to be honest. It's got, is that supposed to be a bell? Maybe. Not sure if the horns are separately fitted or not. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. It's got a little bit of plastic come glass across there. You just make that out. Sort of a glazing effort. Can you see through it? Yeah, you can see right through there. More glazing there, which is all blocked off. The loco numbers on the side all nicely done. The painting, the lining's all pretty good. Nice and straight, not too much bleed. Just make out the steps and the door handles and whatever. This end looks the same. Loco number on the board there, and that end, and with the FS logo. Not sure if that is some sort of attempt at cab detail, or it's just the innards. Is it the same both ends? I think it's just the innards, isn't it, really? Anyway, that's not a problem. No sprung buffers, plastic buffers as well. The grills look good. Yeah, you can see through them. Yeah, they're nicely done. They're not metal, but they're nicely done. The exhausts look nice. And the horn is same as this end, and whatever that's supposed to be. Bogey detail, I mean obviously I'm not familiar with the real thing, but yeah, that's alright, it's got some depth to it. Solid wheels, some tanks on the bottom, hook and loop couplings. Not sure they're NEM, but they do look as if you could change them somehow. Yeah, not sure about that. Not that I would change them. They seem to have these little bits here that I've got some older Lima engines where these will spin all the way around and then they get caught on the buffers, and so yeah, they've obviously dealt with that by putting that little bit of plastic springy bit in there. Yeah, I think that's nice. 38 quid. That's alright. Let's have a look at the bottom. Let's see who actually makes this. So this part is interesting. Does that mean that could have a speaker in it? Is that what that is for? Where's the maker's name? There it is. Well, that says, if I get the light right, that's a Riva Rossi. So this is a rebadged Riva Rossi engine. So a brand new Riva Rossi diesel. 38 quid delivered. That ain't bad, is it? See, it's got plastic gears there driving those set of wheels. What about this end? Yeah, looks like all-wheel drive. No traction tyres. That's nice. And it's actually a Riva Rossi. Wow. That's certainly, on paper anyway, better than it being a Jouef, because when I saw that last one was a Jouef or Jouef, however you pronounce it, I was thinking, oh god, it's gonna going to run terribly or going to be really noisy, but it didn't. It was much better than that. But Reba Rossi, I mean, that is usually a quality make. They usually make quality locos. Yeah, I mean, this is looking good. Right, I think we're going to have to get this on the track, make sure it works. Be typical, wouldn't it, if the ex-Jouef one turned into a brilliant runner and this one was terrible, noisy and lumpy. But I think we've got to find out, haven't we? So there we are on the track. I've had a quick look through the instructions and there's absolutely no mention of any type of DCC or sound fitting or anything like that. So I assume it hasn't, and it's just used the bottom of the chassis for something else, because I'm sure that's normally where a speaker would be sitting with those holes in the base. Anyway, it's down on the track now and it's looking quite good, I think. I think it looks quite nice. So first thing we need to know, does it work? Well, it certainly works. And it's got a decent crawl to it as well. Again, that's not ridiculously geared. Let's see what lights it's got, if any. Yeah, front lights. It's quite bright in here, but I believe that's got cab lights as well. Alright, let's give it about 50%. It's not too quick, is it? Let's stop the others to take all the noise away and we'll just see how noisy this is. Right, there we go. Let's well, there's no real motor noise there, is there? It's just the weight of it on the wood. Handles those old white points fine. And those ones. Except there where it's appears to have derailed, I think. Yeah, it's going to be those crappy old points anyway. Yeah, something's clunking there. Anyway, I think we need to get that on the main line and run it properly. I said this was quite heavy, so let's get it weighed. 332 grams, so he's no slouch weight wise, and I'm so glad it's not got traction tyres. Right, we've got it down on the main line. Let's try it again. Don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it does have cab lights. Doesn't look like you can turn them off, and the white lights are directional with no red lights on the back. Right, I'll see if I can find something for that to pull and we'll send it round. So I haven't got any Italian rolling stock that I know of. So we've hooked him up to some Spanish Electra Trend wagons. Those big transfessor wagons aren't the greatest of rollers, so there's a bit of weight there. Let's see how it gets on. Bearing in mind, of course, it's not even been run in yet. It pulls them, no problem. Might just be able to make out the lights on the front in the gloom. So let's bring that in. There it comes. So that's another loco posing as a Lima, which, and when it is in fact, this time anyway, a Riva Rossi and not a Jouef. I wouldn't know what Lima have done to this to improve it. Probably less than they had to do to that Jouef diesel, but that is really nice. So I still haven't tried a proper Hornby owned Lima loco, but that is for less than 40 quid, that's an absolute bargain, isn't it, really? And I do feel that this is probably something Hornby could do. They must have loads of moulds that they could just touch up the ending, touch up the motor or whatever, slightly finer wheels, but just release the same thing at a cheap price. I don't mean 140 quid, but a cheap price. I'd love to see them do it with the old dock shunter actually. I doubt they've still got the tooling available, but yeah, re-release the old dock shunter and that double-ended diesel with a newer motor and better wheels. I'd have one. Yeah, so what do you reckon on that? I like that. I think I'll definitely be looking out for more of these Lima Hobby line things, especially if they're that sort of price. Can't argue, can you? It's better detailed than a couple of the Hornby Railroad ones I've got, and they weren't 38 quid. Yeah, if you saw one for that price, would you pick one up? It seems to run really nicely and smoothly, and bear in mind it's not been run in at all. That's its first run. It will get running properly now. I'm going to do it as soon as I finish this video. Using the Barry Davis method, half an hour in one direction, turn the loco around, half an hour in reverse but in the same direction, and then repeat the same with a moderate load. And as I've mentioned, Barry Davis, if anybody out there used to watch his channel, anybody know what's happened to him? I don't think he's uploaded anything for months. He's gone from like 1 or 2 a day to nothing. I just hope he's okay. And if anybody knows, just stick something in the comments, because I'd love to know. Just hope he's alright. Anyway, thanks for watching there. Keep your eyes out for these. There's still a couple of these on eBay from the same seller. If you're interested and you can't find them, just send me a message or something and I'll send you a link. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the Riva Rossi in disguise electric loco, diesel loco, hiding in a Lima box. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.